Sorry for the delay, guys. I know you've been out there for a long time. Manny's been waiting in the chat for 2 hours. It's a miracle that he's still around. I'm surprised that he hasn't fallen over. Welcome to the KotoKai Robo-Dojo, Workbench number 85. 85 Workbench live streams with my good man Paul here next to me. There he is.
Good evening, guys. What's going on? 85. We're like grumpier old men.
Dude, yes. Yes, very. I was thinking back to the old streams, like way at the beginning when the dog would like drink water in the background for like a half a minute at any given time. You know, it's, yeah. Those are, yeah, I'm going to go back and I'll try and go back and I'll do a capture or something, an edit of all the times my dog was coming into the streams and stuff, and I'll have a little tearful sip of whiskey. How are you guys doing out there in the world? Let's see. I already said we got Manny in here. Kyle stopped in real quick and said hi, started pestering Manny, which is good. Guys out there, what's popping? Julius Dembski, Miguel, Greg. Mr. Gumpla Noob, Greg Blair, and Handred. How you doing? If any of the comments have popped up that I haven't seen you guys yet, because there's a lag in my screen. So, how you doing? How you doing, Paul?
Good, man. Good, real good. Getting back into this Dom. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Haven't touched it in, what, it's been probably a month or so?
Yeah, I haven't messed with mine since August, I want to say. Yeah.
It's long enough for me not to remember what I was doing.
Yeah, I looked at, the only reason I know is because I used a photo to make the, no, that was even taken in September, but yeah, I think it's August, man, for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been about the same. I snapped something. I've been working on some other stuff and some other non-Gumpla projects, and now we back.
Yeah, and I'm still working on other stuff.
You? Nah.
Yeah, you know, I got a deadline, believe it or not. So I'm working on that. I got some cool stuff, so I'm going to be playing around with that here in a little bit after we get going for a while. We just got started, though, so not going to quite dip into that. I got an awesome selection of mission model paints now.
I saw that.
It is quacktacular. It is quacktastic. I wonder if this... Here, let me switch to this camera really quick. See if I can get that. You guys can see what it looks like over there. Bam.
Whoa.
Look at that. Look at that. I always put everything by chroma or color because I'm nerdy like that. But oh wait, I should go. Give yourself the full screen.
With the whole spread there, huh?
Ta-da! I got a lot. I don't have the whole spread by any stretch of the imagination. But it is a good little chunk of paint, and it's going to be the paint that I'm going to be using on the Oni Samurai mech. So that's cool. Mm-hmm. I'm stoked to have gotten that. I got that Galactic Toys. So if you guys are looking for mission model paints, it's an easy selection. They have a huge grouping of paints, and they don't even when I looked, they didn't have everything in stock, and they had hundreds of paint in stock. So definitely go check it out. They're super cool. Zach's really cool. Really great people to talk to and to work with in regards to getting stuff. They have like a ton of tools, like amazing amount of tools, diorama supplies, and like models of all sorts of fucking kinds. Like not just like mecha models. They do all sorts of models, and yeah, and that's righteous. Bullshit. Sorry, I'm going on.
No, absolutely. And they come and hang out every week with us, just about.
Yeah, Zach's often, and if you guys see Zach Blake in the chat, that's who that is, Zach, and he's super duper personable. They actually sent me this.
Speaking of tools, right?
Speaking of tools, I'm a tool. I got a tool. I got this David 400 ergonomic pen sander. So I'm gonna pop this out here tonight and work with it. I've never used it. I did take a look at what's inside. There's a bunch of like different heads. It's a linear sander, detail sander. So I did take a look inside and see what was going on in there. I'm going to play with it tonight, and then eventually I'll probably make like a more proper video so that you guys can get the whole run of the thing, and then that'll probably be cool. But just going to try. That's what live streams are about, trying things new.
Pab says it's loud.
Oh,
yeah.
This is loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll mute my mic before I try it, and I won't try it too late because it's 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. So.
Can't be that much louder than by hand for 30 minutes to get something flat, right?
I don't know. I can be pretty quiet with my sanding. If it's something that's like, wow, it's pretty cool though. It's a nice little tool. I'm sure some people would say that it's not little, but in my hands it's little. So
for that kind of sander, that's pretty damn small. Like
it is. It is quite small.
It's like a loud buzzing machine.
Makes sense. Probably sounds like a tattoo gun.
Yeah. It's backup use, right? We'll put a little needle on it.
Yeah. Woof. There's like a little metal rasp, like round rasp detail. Like, no.
Yeah, it's always nice when someone goes at you like this, you know, like they got that nice motion instead of.
Oh man, I wanted the tattoo for a while. I even worked with a guy when I was in my late teens who was a tattooist. I cleaned shop and like drew on his walls, like, you know, normal kid shit that you do at a tattoo shop, and learned a lot.
A nerve-wracking job.
Tattooing?
Yeah,
it requires you to know your shit.
And you make a boo-boo, and you know, oops.
That's it. That's what you get, you know.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear oops when they're getting something permanently put on them.
No kidding. Here we go. We're gonna find out here in a second. Let's see what kind of buzz it is.
Is it rechargeable? I'm assuming. Like you have to plug it into a wall, or is it battery powered?
It plugs in.
Oh, okay.
It like has a kill word. Go. It is corded. I always try to make my tools corded or get my tools corded. I got a cordless Dremel once, and it lasts for like 10 minutes, and then I have to charge it for like 3 hours. It doesn't make any sense. This ain't bad at all, Pabby.
It kind of sounds like an electric toothbrush, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's max RPM.
It's, you know, quieter than your typical compressor.
Way quieter than either of the two compressors that I have in my room. Did I see that I got book 2? Yeah, I have Abacan. Oh, yeah, I did see that Manny got Abacan 2301, the second Calamity book. That's great. I'm glad that you got it. You get the first one, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
You have 2288? 2288? Or
2301? Yeah,
2301? Yep. Oh, you have the new one, too, the big green guy on the cover.
When it came out, I think he put it on sale. Or sometime not too long ago.
He had all his books on sale. Yeah, they were all on sale. 25% off back. Whoo, shoot. When was I talking about that? Like,
May?
Yeah, something like that. Early in the springtime. I think I was talking about them being on sale.
That sounds about right. Oh, it was a good deal.
Yeah, definitely a good deal.
Crazy amount of stuff in there.
Yes, I'm a fan and a friend. So that's good shit. In my opinion. Oh, Christ. What happened? Here, put on some horror.
Now that it's October.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I mentioned this last night on Julio's stream on Wet Palette Wednesday, and I'm making an official announcement now. I will be doing some form of Halloween stream because everybody's freaking locked up, so we can't get weird out in public. Might as well get weird together on the internet. So I'm gonna be dressing up, doing the whole thing, and should be fun. Just have a good time. Probably get a bottle of bourbon or something fun like that. Just have a good idea. I read Greg's comment. He says those books are great for ideas. I'm just gonna have a good time. Right on. Yes, those.
Hey, you might have a good idea too. You never know, right?
Okay, so Miguel, no, it is not exactly. Though the G rework mags are freaking amazing. I haven't had a chance to get any of them. I've only seen like when Zach pages through them, or if I've seen people throw up screen grabs on like Discord or something. But I have the Calamity books, and I can show you exactly what it is. I intended on doing. I even talked to Luca about going through his books and some of his models, because I have like a few of them still that are unbuilt. And I have the one Regal that I did build. But this is the this is 2301. It's just soft cover. I don't think they offer it in hardcover. I was able to get 2288 in a hardcover, which is like now, I guess, a rare fucking thing. But it is basically a lot of it is full of lore. Luca like goes through and like has made a whole world for the machines that he's created. And so it's got a lot of cool like lore where there's like a bunch of text and writing, and really builds this whole world for everything. And then it just goes in straight into like the creativity. Like this is like some schemes, some landscaping kind of things. This looks like some sort of like sentient floating trash monster or something. I don't fucking know what that is exactly. It's cool. And then when he gets back into it, and here's more of like the mobile dolls, or the heavy dolls as he calls them.
Heavy dolls.
Yeah.
And then they called them. They were mobile dolls or something instead of mobile suits.
Yeah. So and then it goes right into like, you know, some of his stuff, like one of his old kits here. This is the Castor, and then like a build of it, and then he has somebody else has done a custom of it. So then he does that. So this book actually features a lot of other people's work as well as Luca's work. It has a fair amount of like build sequences, like where he's going through and showing off the various weird kit bash creations, and kind of like talks a little bit about how he gets there. It's not a lot of like step by step, I did this and then I did this and then I did this and then I did this, but it gives you a view of everything really cleanly laid out, so that you can kind of you can put the pieces together yourself. At least that's what I do when it comes to that kind of inspiration. But then he like, you know, goes into his painting and all that stuff. So it's really cool. They're great books if you can get your hands on them. They're really, really good. His goes in, and then he goes, and some of it he does like go through step by step and talk about his chipping process. He's a really, really big fan of using the coarse sea salt that's hand ground in a mortar and pestle and then applied with hairspray. So you hairspray and then you sprinkle sand or salt, and you hairspray and sprinkle salt until you get the pattern that you're looking for, and then you paint over that, and then the salt chipping allows you to directly put your chips essentially on there. So unlike what Mike Rinaldi does and outlines in the single model books, I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry. So what Mike Rinaldi does and outlines in the single model books is he talks about just regular hairspray chipping, which is you use a specific type of hairspray, which is a much finer hairspray than potentially the type of hairspray that Luca uses, because Luca uses stuff that gets the salt to stick, you know. The other stuff builds a layer of removable, basically just like chipping fluid. You know, if you were going to get your MIG, this is a scratching fluid, but you get your MIG chipping fluid or your scratching fluid, and you spray that on as a layer between your coats of paint that allows the water to get in there and release that paint and get it to work off. It requires you to use a lot of technique and to learn how to make those chips with a paintbrush and water and time and all this stuff. So it does require a little bit more finesse. Whereas the technique that Luca does, he does the other chipping too, but he has the direct effect of where those marks are going to be. So he doesn't have to work so hard at like laying it out because he did ahead of time. It's like basically just figuring everything out with a drawing before you start to build something. You know, it's just like making a roadmap, I guess. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. So making a roadmap for your chips. So that I think is a wonderful technique that he does outline in this book and in 2288. So you're not going to miss out if you get either.
Someone was just saying 2288 was on eBay for $250.
Yeah, it's crazy. Not. You can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
You could get it like a handful of months ago. You could get it in softcover, but this one right here. And then I gotta flex, because of course I got it set.
Very nice.
Very nice. If I ever make a book, guys, and you bring it to me, I will sign it. It's cool. Oh man. I got these things for my wife for Christmas that I haven't had a chance to mess with because the world started to burn. Sketch workshops. Have you guys seen these?
No.
Get them on Amazon. So this one is like, this is robots and spaceships, and this is mechs and weapons. And it's kind of like it's almost like a drawing tutorial. If you guys have ever had like a sketchbook, a drawing tutorial book or whatever, kind of like gives you the, here's this, and look at this and this. And then you have like your various step-by-step processes to get to the various spots and dealing with different aspects of trying to help your brain work around the idea of things in a different way. Pretty handy. I wanted to take them and do scans and prints, because actually I think you can download the template pages, because they give you like all these template pages where it's like, okay, so like here it's like, this is crazy spaceship container part stuff, right? And they're like, here's some, you can barely see it because it's so light. Here is some, there you go. Here are some groundwork pages where you can go and then apply your own detail to this. There was a drawing school they used to advertise on television in like the 80s and the 90s that like learned to draw, and it had like the turtle head or the pirate head, and the guy was like doing the drawing or whatever, and people, you would get this, you call them, they'd send you a application in the mail, which is a piece of paper essentially that you would draw on and send it back to them, and they would analyze it and be like, oh, this you did wrong, this you did right, this is cool, okay, yes, no, we want to like work with you. And what it basically is they send you lessons and you fill out this stuff and you can get some sort of drawing certificate. It's basically an online class, but it's at home before online was a thing.
Right.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, that kind of thing where they, it's like kind of helping guide you to that point where you're getting to. But yeah, these are kind of interesting. You can get, they're not super duper expensive, I don't think. Out there, but yeah, I wanted to like photocopy those groundwork pages, have extra ones, because I would just blow through that stuff in a second. You guys can draw. Okay, wow, I feel like I haven't even breathed. I've just been talking so much. I'm so sorry if it's been too much.
No, you're good, man.
Nice. Yeah, it's a book from Calamity. Jimenez's books. See, Calamity is in some of his work. In fact, he's in both of the In Combats. Now, I don't even know if they came out with a third one of these. It's like book show time for me. Yeah, I have In Combat 1 and 2, and Luca's work is in both of these.
I didn't know they had a third, though. I have one. I don't have two.
Yeah, I don't know if they made a third or not either. Okay, so I have these crazy leg constructions that I've made, and I've done some patchwork on them with super glue because I have little areas, just little holidays that I don't want to take any extreme time to go ahead and fix that shit out. So I'm going to employ my little tool I got and see what I can do. Bros Book Club. Kind of. That's why the little figure that Bill designed for me has me with glasses, the crazy hair, a pencil, 'cause I'm always drawing, pile of books, and a hammer. And an anvil. It's pretty accurate for D&D character. Once I get my hands on mine, I'll be painting that up. I don't know if you've seen those, Paul, the Heroes Forge.
No. What is it?
It's like Hero Forge. It's like basically you can make your own D&D avatars. Yeah, like kind of your D&D avatars, and like they have a little base plate, and you can print them off on your 3D printer.
I have no understanding of D&D. Like, I know absolutely nothing about it.
Let's see. I have a photo of it.
I understand what it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean it in that way, but like I've never.
No, it's fine. It's like you ever play a video game?
Played a video game? Yes.
Same thing.
No, never heard of it.
Same thing. It's just you're doing it with a bunch of friends and you're making the story up kind of as you go along. So there's a DM, which is like the dungeon master. That's the person that thinks up the overarching premise. They're basically like, all right, group of heroes, whatever they are going to start here. They're going to potentially do these few things and they're going to get to this end goal, you know? And so the players, the people that come to join in and they make their characters and they do all this stuff, then they like interact with the DM and tell the story. So whatever they do kind of like helps guide wherever it's going to go. And sometimes they do some fucking ridiculous thing. And the DM is like, well, I have to throw my story away and start from scratch or freeball it, you know, just have to shoot from the hip.
The very little I know about it comes from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then and then the way it's played is with a series of dice because you need ways to have number generations, like RNG in a game, random number generation. So that's what happens in video games. So you're trying to do that by just rolling dice, and that's basically how you can randomly do that. And then depending on the ratio of numbers, so usually things are 1 to 20, but sometimes it's a percentage. So then it's a 100 side die. So whatever. Y'all get it. You journey through the land and you slay the monsters, and occasionally you do something dumb like slay a barmaid, and then you have to run from the townspeople, and you know. Yeah, people do bad things sometimes. I've listened to a few podcasts where they go through, and it's actually kind of interesting. If you have if you're going to sit and polish stainless steel for 8 hours straight, you're going to want to listen to something that's a little less monotonous. So somebody else tells a story.
Gotcha. Forgot about this. I have a 1mm chisel, and it does not fit into any of my handles.
Here we go. It took me a second, but I found my knee. Right? Hair, glasses, hammer, anvil, books, pencil. Tall. Pretty accurate. Oh, yeah. The chin first. Well done, Mr. Bill. Well done.
Alrighty then. Keep forgetting that this one does not fit in there. I'm gonna have to get some chisel handles.
That doesn't make any sense. A buddy of mine is restoring a 100-year-old house in Poughkeepsie right now, upstate New York, or kind of upstate New York. He showed some pictures online today, and it was like they had put a coal chute like 2 feet inside the front door, and it rotted the floor out. Like, why would you even do that? That doesn't even make any sense. But it's like how you dump coal into the basement.
Yes.
Yeah. So they had to fucking replace it, replace the floor, and like do all this crazy shit. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, hey, what's up, Colin? Mr. Colin Craig. Hi, Craig is up in the spot. How you doing? CEO guy went and checked and said, Guy Daigogi said on Mig's site he has 1 and 2 of the In Combat series available. So I'm assuming that that's all that there is.
Oh, okay.
Julio is super stoked because he got a brand new computer. He's a gamer now.
Julio, I am building one right now. Well, I'm amassing parts.
It doesn't look like a computer you're working on.
Huh? No. I mean, like
that's definitely a Dom Tropin.
Not at the moment. I mean, I am amassing parts outside of this stream to build my first PC. Well, I have owned a PC before, but I mean, this is my first time building one.
I have owned a PC.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit of an Apple fanboy. So it'll be my first time not owning a Mac in 12 years or so. Well, I'll still keep I have a MacBook Pro. That's what I'm on right now.
No Mac.
Minecraft streams. That's actually like I'm one of the things I'm more excited about. Me and my son play Minecraft. It's fun.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, he enjoys it. So he, as kids do, and he watches a lot of YouTube, and all the people he follows on YouTube, they all play games on computers, and like the games he's into, he's not into like the, kind of like the AAA titles that come out on PlayStation or Xbox. He's into like, like flight simulators and Minecraft.
Nice. Totally want to hang out with your kid.
Yeah.
I'm huge into flying planes.
Yeah, like anything like planes. There's some kind of like boat simulator he was watching the other day, and you can
nice.
You can do like big ships, like something that looks like the Titanic, and they have them from all different like genres, and you crash them. You crash them. You sink them. So
yeah, of course.
He thinks it's great.
Yeah. Has he ever watched any of those realistic flight simulator guys? I mean, I'm sure there's a caliber of them that you don't want him to interact with because they are of the extreme nature.
Yeah. He also what is the game called? BMG Drive or BeamNG Drive? It's like a car, like you spawn cars. Like think of it like Grand Theft Auto, but without like the story. Yeah. Like you just spawn a car and drive it around, and
that's my kind of Grand Theft Auto.
He thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's super. I am into it.
Yeah.
Have you? Wait, there's this game that I haven't played. Shit.
Atsum, I'm not familiar with that one. He might know it, but I don't. I watch, when I get the occasion to, but.
Let's see.
I enjoy Minecraft now because he started watching it. Like I've known about the game for, God, it's been out 10 years at least. But it looks stupid to me. Like I was like, why do I want a game that purposely has shit graphics? Right. But he really wanted to play it, so I got it for him, and he didn't know what to do. So he was like, "Oh, you play, Dad," and I got more hooked on it than he did. I ended up playing for like 4 straight days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It doesn't really have upward this, so it's a game for me. So yeah, I'm building a PC for my own uses, and then we should have fun together.
Here we go. I think this has all my games.
Early stages, though. I don't have too much. I have the case, the motherboard, and I got one of my hard drives today. And I should
nice.
I got some RAM coming tomorrow, and some case fans as well.
Very nice.
But I know nothing about computer components, so it's been a lot of research.
Oh yeah, one sentence summary teaser. Oh, the one I've downloaded has some options
there. The last time I owned a computer, I don't think Windows 10 existed yet. A PC, rather.
Oh, here we go.
You should look into knowledge of like it's really basic, like it's just like a word processor, but it links with Nano.
Would it cost more to build it? What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, but it's not like it doesn't have any of that.
Yeah,
Hey, Jeff.
Could have just bought one. But main reason I didn't was I wanted the experience to build it. Like, it looked like fun. And Jeff says F Microsoft. I agree, man. I hate Microsoft as an operating system. I think it's shit. But unfortunately, it just...
Here we go.
It is what it is. But yeah, I could have just bought like a gaming PC at, Best Buy or whatever. But one, I wanted the experience to build it. And then two, I know like certain components when you buy a pre-built aren't of the same quality for the same budget. So usually the GPU and stuff is fine, but it's like they skimp on the motherboard or the RAM or something like that. Yeah, that's exactly right, Jeff.
Yeah, I can't find it. I have it on hard copy somewhere. This game that I was thinking about. Anyways, it's a game where you basically drive all the way across. You can drive across the entire country. But
Like cruising the world, cruising the US.
not cruising the USA. Nice, very nice. Get out the Neo Geo. Play a little Samurai Champloo, a little Metal Slug.
Man, have you seen? I was in Walmart the other day, grabbing something, and they had those little tiny arcades. So they're not that tiny. They're probably like 3 or 4 foot tall, and they have one with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time, and the other one have like
Turtles
NBA
in Time is
awesome. I know. I was like, man, I want this thing. It was like $400, and I was like, it's kind of like a waste of money, but nonetheless, it looked so cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm into it. Once again, he says, I'm into it. Hang time.
Good, Julio. Yeah. Like I said, I would say like 85% of the reason I'm building is just the experience to do it. Like, I would imagine like whether I bought a pre-built and had the cheapest motherboard in the world or the most expensive one, I probably wouldn't realistically know any better. It was just, I can't help myself. I needed one more hobby.
Well,
My wife will love it. She's going to love it.
You know about it yet?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
This is Paul's announcement to his family on live stream.
She's my wife is very understanding. Like I don't want to say she doesn't care what I do because that's not accurate either. But like she's just like, oh, that's what makes you happy. Do it. That's just kind of how she is. But
hold up. Oh, hey, Maverick's Warehouse up in the spot. There you go. Sorry, I got surprised. I had to give him a shout out. Got him flustered.
Which kind of an annoying. Those on the Dom has it in a couple of spots. It's got those little circular details. I think
they're like little thrusters. I cut
Right.
all of them out on the shoulders and replaced them with metal.
So it's got one on the side of the backpack, and I guess like if you're looking at the backpack, the right hand side of it, that one's perfect. But on the inside of the left hand side, I'm having to carve out like so much of it. I mean, I guess I don't have to do this. This is probably a stupid idea, but you're not going to be able to see it anyway because it's super black. Like, inside that, it was really rough, and then one side of it was almost flush with like the circle detail. Ooh, bright.
Got you. Yeah, no, you can still see it. Yeah.
Actually, turn that a little because that's probably like blowing everything out there.
That is
super bright. Anyway, so I'm going to sit here, and like I mentioned, that's a chisel, but when you get to like 1 millimeter chisels, the bottom of it gets significantly fatter, and none of my handles will fit it. So I'm going to have to get a chisel handle specifically for this size. But luckily, this is kind of tedious anyway, so probably works with this.
That's nice. This shit supposedly writes on anything. Nope. Sorry, I thought I could see it. I'm just covering against it. Oh my god, it's so crazy. So my wife is on my wife's on a video call in the other room with one of her writing friends in regards to the whole NaNoWriMo that's coming up. And her friend is typing, and I can hear her typing, and I thought it was Colleen, and I looked over, and she's just like standing there like this, and I'm like, had like a weird spook moment for a second. I was like, ghosts or some shit in the house. Colleen's possessed, but nope. Oh,
Julio, what size monitor did you go with? I was thinking about doing a curved setup too, but I felt like I needed to do like a 32-inch monitor to get curved. And I was thinking about instead doing like two 27-inch panels side by side. I haven't decided yet.
I think Frankie got a curved monitor recently. Pabs used one too.
I guess I could do 2 curved 27s, but I know the curved monitors typically are a little more expensive.
John Lynn, Colleen has been working on a few really amazing story arcs. You should hit her up and talk to her about it because, Nando's coming up. I know you're doing your teaching thing and you're probably super fucking busy, but, just saying.
Okay. Spending too much time on something that probably no one's ever going to see, and I'm probably going to paint black anyway. But
hey, this is how we do.
It was frustrating.
This is how we do. Yeah, this is how we do. This is how we do.
Was it Mount Sims?
Yes, I think that is actually. I wasn't singing it right, but.
You know how we do. This is how we do.
Yeah. I haven't heard that song in a long fucking time. I would play it on stream, but we get in trouble.
It's really nice. HDR and all that. Yeah, so far with the components I've purchased and what I have intended, I'm gonna play it or I'll set it up to play at 1440. So I have to get 2 1440 screens. And I want to do like the G-Sync 144 hertz refresh rate one, so they're a little pricey. So I might just start off with one.
So all you guys out there in TV land know that I'm an analog kind of guy. Eventually here I'm going to have to suck it up and get a new computer and talk this computer game with all you silly computer guys and gals out there. I don't do this.
Like I said, I have, not been a PC guy, and I've never done any of this. This was all just watching YouTube videos essentially.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's all you really kind of all you really need.
Yeah, thank God for the internet, man. It's got all the good shit on it.
Oh, okay. Roger. All right, so
Guy, it's the MadWorks chisel. Yeah, I every other one I have is under, or I think 0.5 mil and under, so they all fit in just like hobby knife handles perfectly. But I remember the first time I really broke them out was for this kit, especially the 1 mil. And yes, I do need to get some chisel handles, and they have them in stock at Galactic Toys, so I will have to go check that out. I do appreciate the heads up on that.
Yeah, I'm just using the Krios, the normal Krios ones. I got the USA Gundam set, plus I had some from before, so I like that hook style chisel, but I want to get some straight, like, nice carbide chisels. Some good shit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the hook chisel is great for chasing scribes. So. Perfect. But this was just, I was trying to clear out like a lot of plastic.
Doesn't even look like it's moving on screen.
It's so fast.
It's not even on that. It's not even cranked up yet. I'm just trying it out, so we're gonna see. So I'm sanding super glue.
Oh, lovely. Is it from your super glue dispenser?
Wait, which one? So update. You guys know my super glue saga, right? How many 35, 45 minutes did I spend sitting here just trying to chat with the chat and digging through the super glue? Here's what my super glue end looks like now. Here's the bottle. I have to dip a brass wand in there and swirl it around and then I pull out this thing that's like an alien snot, right? And it comes out, and you have to like spin the thing up and swirl it really fast to get it to detach. And then you've got this stuff that is akin to like the worst nasty glue booger that you'll ever have, but it holds incredibly well if you're trying to do something funky. Now, obviously, I got a replacement bottle of glue, but this did work really well when I was working on my my basing for the samurai. So this is an amalgamation of foam blocks that I carved into rocky formation, and it's all glued together. I got to fix that miscut right there, but yeah. So that worked out pretty good for holding all this crap together. It was the best. But doing something delicate like this, where you need to like put a little pink of glue on something and then hit it with zip kicker so that it cures in this little tiny spot to fill a patch. Man, you can't do that with that shit. That's a can of tar. Like, get the fuck out of here. Nah, I bought a brand new one. Ta-da! Look, it even still has a little applicator thing that I lost like right away when I got the old bottle.
Why don't we just put like a little pin in that tool you got there, and then you could just through right through
No,
the edge.
did you see the hole in this thing now? Did you see the hole in this thing now? It's huge. It just cut the end of the bottle off, Paul, and I just dug it all out. I was just here just with the knife cutting and throwing chunks of cured super glue into the trash.
You're gonna have like, did you like the first model I think I built? I don't know if remember. I don't just don't remember. But super glue used to come with a little brush. Remember that? Like you'd unscrew it and it'd have like a almost like nail polish type deal.
Uh huh.
You need that applicator. Like no more little nozzles for you.
Nah, it's just how it is. The nozzles, whatever, or like the tips. Like they get. The problem is using kicker and gap filling super glue, because if you get any kicker on that glue bottle,
it just dries everything quick.
It screwed me so bad so many times. I messed up. I fucked up, as Uncle Roger would say. You fucked up. Oh, hiya! You fucked up. I did fuck up many times. Back to Sandy. I turned up the juice a little bit. There's a part of the Sandy. Here you go.
What do you guys use to clean your resin other than Purple Power? I just can't find Purple Power in Canada. Maple syrup works every time.
I use alcohol. 1 second, I'll grab my thing that I use and show y'all. Yo, this is nice as fuck. Yeah, this is really nice. This is so nice. I'm not gonna lie. This is so nice, guys. Holy cow. But yeah, what I use, I just go ahead and I use denatured alcohol. Basically, is a fuel. You can use it for camp stove fuel, but we used to use it when I worked at the metal shop for degreasing and cleaning metal, aluminum, steel, anything like that. So works great for cleaning markers. Good for cleaning any of your resin parts. It's not going to eat it. You can use it to do some stripping, but you got to be careful. What's that? Is that Zap CA glue? Yes. Paul Busnick uses that with a dental putty and swears by it. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I can see the dental putty too, because that probably, if it's the UV, there's also a UV curing, like, I don't know, it's kind of a glue, I guess. Epoxy, I guess it would be in a pen. That stuff's nuts. So they use the same thing in your teeth too, when they're like bonding your teeth.
For Miguel, I just used like Dawn dish soap in warm water, like diluted down just a bit, and toothbrush. It was this here toothbrush. It's very technical.
We all got them.
And just rubbed it. I mean, you're just cleaning off the mold release and stuff. So.
Yeah, you just need to give it a wash. You don't have to do anything psycho.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Purple Power is like really fucking
Power
good.
is just degreaser. So I mean, any like if you go to Home Depot or whatever the Canadian equivalent of Home
Any
Depot is, you should have
505 or any of the things like that, they'll have it.
Zep.
Yeah, Zep will do it. I used to use a lot of Zep products back in my days.
Back in the day.
Did I mention how this is awesome? Because this is like just the awesomest thing that I've ever had putting in my hands. I am going to give a glowing review of this tool.
Is it easy to control?
Yes. Uh-oh. A little bird just told me.
Oh,
What's up? What's up, Brown Paul?
Brown Paul rises. So
Brown Paul rises. Is this a Batman theme? It's still a Batman theme. I like it. I like it.
totally. So we meet again for the first time, for the last time.
Does that mean I need to be Paul Begin?
Lone Star.
What is happening, guys?
I'm playing with my tool.
Brian got new
dude.
tools.
Yeah, how do you like it?
Dude, I love this thing. I'm gonna make a full review and talk about it in expansive terms eventually. But this right now is the fucking shit.
I like it.
I'm here
dude.
working on. I'm doing this little detail shit on here, and it's just like all I have to do is go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
As soon as I saw
No more
that thing,
tiny
right.
little strokes with the chisel, the file. Oh shit, man!
Exactly.
Wow.
As soon as I saw your picture of that thing, I thought it would be perfect for this, especially this side where I'm trying to cut all that out. Just buzz it away.
Fuck yeah. Get in there. There's actually little rasp tools, like a little needle rasp that you could get in there. And technically, I think if you did it right, you could just carve that shit. Just carve that shit right out.
There you go.
Or
exactly.
I bet I can make. I bet I can make shit to go in this, so I can get the chisel, like the auto chisel,
right.
and that kind of like stuff.
That's awesome. Wow. I'm glad to see there's no liquid next to the MacBook today, Paul.
I'm doing okay. Well, yeah, I got it nice and spread out here.
It's
like a 2013 MacBook. It'll be all right.
Oh, dude, I was a huge MacBook guy for a very long time. And then when they finally came out with the little scroll pad on the keyboard with the touchscreen.
Oh, up above like the
keyboard,
keys.
Function keys. That's when I was like, I can't afford these things anymore.
They've gotten pretty crazy in price too. Because like for a Pro, you're $1,500, I would say, for anything.
Yeah, that's like the basic spec, right? Like I was looking at some that were like spec'd out completely for like video editing and everything. And like 4K. I was like, at this point, I might as well build a custom.
No, that's exactly. So I always get the 13-inch just because I like portability, like just be able to throw it in a backpack and take it wherever I'm going. But this was probably the last one I'll buy just because they're insane. But I think I've had two, and each one has lasted me a good 8 years apiece. With this one's had zero issues. The last one, I think the mechanical hard drive finally failed on me, and I could have just swapped that out for probably $100 and had to keep going. But it was just time.
No, yeah, they do last forever. Like I got my wife the 2nd gen MacBook Air, and we've had that forever. And just recently, I bought a SSD for it to upgrade it, which I'll eventually throw in there, and it'll go for like another 5-6 years, I think.
Yeah, they're tanks, man, but they're just limited.
It works for what we do, what she does, right? Like just paying the bills, browsing the internet, and all that stuff, and being portable. She can take it anywhere.
Sure.
I mean, I started getting them because the first one I got, I was in my like late teens and early 20s, and I had many viruses on my Windows computers for the obvious things that an 18 to 22-year-old would have viruses on their computer for.
Well, it was. I'm gonna get it was since it wasn't. I'm guessing in those days it was LimeWire related.
That's right. Completely LimeWire's fault.
Napster.
Thank God
Nah,
for streaming and not
That was
downloading.
probably gone. Napster was
know.
probably gone before you were screwing around.
I had Napster when I was younger than that. I was probably in like late middle, early high school at Napster.
Yeah.
And then LimeWire and FrostWire.
Yeah.
Follow ups.
I probably have still, I don't know, close to 200, little over CDs of this music just from that.
Yeah, I still have a CD case hanging around somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was really wishing today I had a CD. I'm listening to the Top Gun soundtrack in my car. And I'm like, I wish I had the CD because I was trying to record as I was driving around, like certain scenes with me and really like change it to like car related.
You're such a
And
nerd.
on your phone, you can't. Once you're streaming music, you cannot.
Right.
The photo app will not work.
You know, when you're young too, like how many mixed CDs did you make? Right? Or you download it online?
God. Oh
So,
yeah.
what a teenage guy, male or female, well, I'll specify, but what does a teenager do when their significant other breaks up with them? Like you don't make a mix CD. Like what do you do? What do you make a playlist on iTunes and send it to them?
Spotify. It's a Spotify.
Yeah.
It's got to be a Spotify.
You know, like you're supposed to make them a mix CD about all the horrible things they've done to you and how you want them back. A little mixed in there. You take your dry erase marker or your permanent marker and write on there. You know,
Right.
I love you, you stupid bitch, and then you drop it off at their doorstep. But now what do?
Oh yeah, man. Those were the good days.
Now you make them a TikTok.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what your kids do these days. You make a TikTok.
Then you block them.
You block
Cattle teacher.
I don't need you.
Oh, that's good. That is so good. Kelly, what's up? Yo, Kelly out in the world. How are you? Good to see you.
Congratulations, Kelly, on becoming infamous. You are appreciated.
Playlist on Spotify, she says. I just don't feel like it has the impact. It doesn't have the physical impact.
It really doesn't, and you can't and it's not one of those things where like they either keep it or they chuck it. You know, like you find it broken back in your locker.
Yeah, no, they just leave you on red. That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you know, me and Brian. I think you're around our age, Paul. Maybe younger.
Paul's younger.
Younger,
in my early 30s.
But like actually making a mixtape off the radio.
Yes.
On your boombox.
Yes, I did that.
We're like calling in to get them to play the song that you wanted to play, and then just sitting there,
just
waiting.
Yep. When I was young, like there was only one radio station around here that played any kind of electronic music, and we used to like record it on cassette tape from whatever the radio station was, and you'd have to sit there, and I think you got like an hour, like it was like Saturday night from 9 to 10 is you know.
Oh yeah, yes. I was
music night.
I used to co-host an electro show on college radio when I was in college.
I did it in high school. I was a DJ on the high school radio station for a year and a half.
Okay.
And now, believe me, if you guys have old school radio, like because even especially in high school, like you know, censorship and all that, like you have to take the bad words are the songs. Guys, if you guys have never if you don't have any clue of how radio stations work, you literally took the 8-track and you would have to go in and either physically like stop the thing at where the cuss word was and cut that out and then put it together, or like using the machinery, like know when to bleep everything. Like it took hours and hours and hours to produce a 1 hour long show. Like, and then you did it and you'd hope you didn't mess up. Later, Jeff. Have a good night, man. Yeah, it was crazy times, man.
Night, Jeff.
Yeah, but dude, house music. I was big into like Chicago house music.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was Sunday nights is when they would play it, like from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and that's what you would record, and that would be your house music tape for your car for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like playing V&V
And it
Nation.
sounded
And
so fucking
Hip Hop
horrible. Like the
Fingers
quality is terrible.
Yeah, repairing cassette tapes with nail polish or invisible tape.
I remember like putting, what was it you put in the on the underside of a CD, like peanut butter or something like that, so it wouldn't skip anymore.
Oh yeah, like there were so many different things.
Oh yeah, what was it? The craziest one I heard was KY
Yeah,
on a scratched CD to get it because it just like bleeds and fills in all the cracks or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy, one of my old coworkers did that.
Yeah, then they came out with those little devices where you put the CD in there and you
Yeah, it would have the
slide
little
around.
brushes on it, and
Yeah.
it like plays the track or whatever. And, like, yeah, it's crazy awesome.
Remember having like the first no skip Walkman CD player? Like it was like a no skip 15.
It was the anti-shock thing. Like it had
It does not work.
No, I know, but I was so
because
excited. I was
yeah,
like,
do
I
you
can go
remember that?
skateboarding now.
I know
Yeah.
you meant well. We meant well.
Yeah, it was like you had 10-second shock protection, so that way you wouldn't get that skip, but it still skipped.
Yeah,
I had the yellow Sony
the
Discman.
Sony ones, dude. I remember the yellow. Do you remember when they did before they had Discman, before CDs were a thing, and they had the Walkman, right? And they had the Sony came out with the yellow Walkmans that were like waterproof and all this crazy
with
shit.
the gray waterproofing all around.
Yeah. My
were.
parents got me and my sister those, right? I grew up in Iowa, man. There is not water anywhere around there outside of a shallow stream. Like, what the
There we
fuck?
go,
When we
man.
go into
Right.
Mississippi, fuck out of here.
Like rain.
I appreciate the gift. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the gift. It was amazing. They were fidelity, awesome, playback, amazing. They had like the auto switch and all the cool gimmicks and stuff like that. And obviously, my parents tried to do our best to make us happy. But it was just like, we didn't need that. In hindsight, my greedy little ass didn't need that shit.
So we were
Thank
we
you,
were
Mom.
extremely poor growing up, so we didn't get to buy that stuff. There was two ways you acquired it. You either found it or you stole it.
You found it or you found it.
Or you found it, right? And a great place to find things, not actually find things, but find things, was getting in trouble in school and then getting sent to nerds. The lost and found.
Oh shit!
And you would go break through the lost and found while you were like in detention or something.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, Walkman, mine.
Oh man,
stupid rich kid.
Yeah,
I was. Man, I don't know why.
Dallas Cowboy starter jacket. Yep, I'll take that.
Yoink.
Yeah, that's how you got things when you were poor. It's kind of like going to a thrift store.
Yeah. Do you find like now that you're an adult and you have a job and you can buy things that you somewhat want, you buy like stupid shit because you wanted it when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
I bought a pair of Jordans like 2 years ago because when I was in like, I don't know, 4th grade, I wanted a pair. And my mom was like, hell no, I'm not buying you $100 sneakers. 1, you're in 4th grade, and then 2, your feet grow like half a size every 2 months. They're not going to fit by the time you won't even get them dirty. So, now I'm 30 and I'm walking through the mall. They re-released those fucking Jordans. I'm going to buy them.
Oh yeah.
I still don't think I've worn them.
Oh yeah. I'm a big sneakerhead, so I've got plenty of Jordans now. But yeah, so when it wasn't until
Look, you guys got cars and sneakers in common? Oh, honestly.
Dude. Yeah, so like I got the 3rd championship, the 6s. The 6s were the only ones my parents ever got us. They got my brother the white ones, they got me the breads, and my foot size was too small, so you didn't even get the suede ones. You got the leather ones, which people considered fake. Because unless you got the suede ones, those were the real ones, and anything because it was size 6 or smaller, you got the leather, and then size 6, 7 and up, you got the suede.
Ugh.
So dudes were literally buying shoes 2 sizes too big to just have the suede one.
No, I'll wear 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah. But my parents got those for me. I remember like from Sherman Shoes in Morton Grove. I kept that box for like 12 years. just from that box, and that's what I would draw that shoe like every other day. I would just draw it from different angles and stuff. But that was the only pair of Jordans I had, and then it wasn't until like later in high school where I started not necessarily Jordans, but like you got the Pippins and you got the Jason Kids and the pennies and all that. But now, like I have probably I don't know close to 100 pairs of sneakers, like Jordans, D Roses, LeBrons, KDs.
Yeah, I have a pair of LeBrons, maybe 2 pairs of Jordans, and a pair of Kobe's.
Yeah, there you go. My Kobe's. I wish I would. I had some pretty rare Kobe's, which I sold because I was like, yo, I can make some money off of these.
Yeah.
Like I sold them on StockX and shit. But I wish I would have kept some of them because now he's gone. So like, yo, Kobe's. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Like I have my Jordans. The only Jordans I never wear them. The only Jordans I ever wear are the AJ ones because those you can find like every colorway possible.
Right, those they just sell like right at Foot Locker or anything.
Yep, exactly. So you can wear and they're usually like about $100. Like my Space Jams like cost me I think $265.
Yeah,
and I had to wait in line for a day I think to get them. Yeah. So and those I've not touched yet. I've had them for like 7 years, and I'm like, nope, they will never see the light of day.
I wanted the 12s when I was a kid. I think they were the Flu Game 12, the red and black.
Yeah.
And that's what I picked up. Like I said, it was a couple of years ago now, 3-4 years ago or something during a re-release.
Nice.
Like, I'm getting those. I remember when I was 8 and my mom said no.
Right? Oh my God. Yeah. So like I usually skip most of them except for like 1s, 3s, 5, 6, 11s and 12s. 11s are my favorite. 12s. So I got them for I didn't get them for myself, but I got them for my son. I got the Baron ones, the Baron 45s.
Yep.
For your middle son?
Yeah, for my middle son when he was younger. Like and kid size, these were like $85.
Sometimes it's just because you can. You're like,
exactly.
Finally, I'm in that spot now where I can do it because I can.
Right, exactly. Dude, LA Gears were like, I had a pair of LA Gears. I had white ones with the red and gray kind of. You remember the sides of them used to have like that twisted like leather like design.
Yeah.
I had like the white ones with the red and gray. And you guys, trivia for you guys, people who remember LA Gears. You remember who the original kid spokesmodel was for LA Gears? Somebody out there, I bet you knows.
I do not. I don't remember that.
So like Kirk Cameron.
I remember having multiple pairs of them called Kirk Cameron.
I mean, I'm old enough to
multiple pairs. I had those. I had Iversons.
Yeah,
were like quite a bit cheaper than Jordans.
Not anymore. Like
now they're probably more rare.
Wrong? Was I wrong? Was it Kirk Cameron? Is Kirk Cameron the child?
It's not Kirk Cameron.
No? Okay, cool. It's still open. It's still open out there in the chat.
Yeah, it's still open. Allen Iverson.
He's like, Aaron's like,
nerds.
These guys are seriously sneaker nerding out on us right now, aren't they, guys?
Miguel, you definitely got to get some Jordans, bro. If you're a size 10, I don't know if I'll send you Jordans, but I can definitely hook you up with some D Roses.
Is that Mav?
What's that?
Oh, Miguel. Right.
Yeah,
Mav is Miguel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right under. 50 Chris kicks not a single one of Jordans. Damn, bro. Man, I'm a skater, right? So I go through shoes. At most, I'll go through a pair of shoes in 3 weeks. The fastest I've gone through a pair of shoes is 5 hours to where they're unwearable. They were cheap shoes, I'll say. But I went to a skate competition. I used to do downhill slide. I wore completely through the heel down to the inside of my shoe. And like the shoe was supposed to be like this. I cut it off and wore it all the way up into the shoe because of this trick that I used to do, skate trick. I used to do this one where, and you end up dragging your heel on your foot, and that's your control is with your
Right.
heel on the backside because you're all splayed out sliding down a hill going 20 miles an hour on one hand with one foot in like this crazy pose. Don't do that unless you're in your 20s. Don't do that.
Yeah, Miguel, that's how, like, once I got to teenage, it was all about skate shoes.
Oh, dude,
and then when I got a little older, now, like, typically I'll buy, like, a pair of Vans because they're, $50 and you can get them in just about any color you want.
Exactly. So, Miguel, I'm, like, definitely have about maybe 20, 25 pairs of Adidas. I go through Vans every 6 months. I always pick up at least 2 pairs of Vans, slip-ons, and lace-on all white Vans. It's just a thing. I'm just like Daniel. Damn, Daniel.
You are so from Chicago.
Oh, dude.
It is obvious as it gets.
Dude, I have like probably 15 pairs of different white gym shoes, like sneakers and gym shoes. Like I love white shoes. NMDs. I have 2 NMDs. I have the white Tokyos and I have the original colorway with the navy blue with the orange.
I haven't had a pair of white gym shoes since I was in 6th grade.
Oh, dude, I have to. And then the minute they become dirty, I legit will stop wearing them for like months. I'm like, oh,
dirty. That's why I get black shoes. My shit. Actually, my favorite color shoes are blue. I had so many amazing blue skate shoes over the years. They just get destroyed. But yeah. Hey, it's my niece. What's up, Melissa?
I've always been a gray fan. Can't go wrong with gray because you can wear it with black or white. It still looks cool.
Yeah, but but like I think like a lot of kids got into like, I think it was Osiris. There was a brand that Supras. That was a skate brand. Supras.
Yeah. They were kind of like the rebirth of like the high top shoes.
Exactly. And like everybody had them because Bieber had them. They were like the Bieber generation. They're like, oh my God, Justin Bieber rocks Supras.
I was super hyped with Ogios for a minute. They're pretty decent. And Lakai's, before they went to a non-stitched sole, like the Lakai Mark Johnsons, the MJs from, that was like 2007, 2008, 2009. Those were the shit for a skate shoe. Like, they were amazing. They fit really well. They had super good support. They weren't heavy. Oh, and they were so
like DCs were heavy. They're
DCs still are. I rock DCs now. A lot of what I wear are DCs because I'm like I have a pair of like cross skate shoes. They're like a running shoe, but it's also got a skate gum bottom and a grippable sole, so I mostly longboard now. And then I have like a regular pair of like pool shoes for like riding on ramps and stuff like that. But yeah, like it's just been DCs because I was doing the Osiris NYC 83s, the high tops, for so long. I rocked the high tops for like 4 years. Every pair of shoe I got was a fucking pair of NYC high tops.
Yeah, my only high tops usually are the Jordans, are the AJ1s, and Fila's have made a huge comeback all of a sudden. Yes. Like everybody has Fila's now. I
had like Champion, not shoes, but like the clothing. Like, that was a Walmart brand forever.
Dude, for real. And now everybody's rocking Champion and Gucci. There's a Champion and Gucci crossover. Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah. That's what hype beasts do, man. Airwalks were cool. Airwalks were pretty cool. Since nobody guessed it, the spokesperson for LA Gear, there was Jennifer Love.
No. My phone says it's 2020 though.
It is 2020. I know, dude. It's crazy.
Did you say Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Once again, my phone says it's 2020. What is this? The 90s? Jennifer Love Hewitt.
My first real crush, man.
Yeah.
Next thing you're gonna say Alyssa Milano.
Yo, I think Paul and I
not be talking about her doing some stupid on Twitter.
Paul, I will send you a picture, dude. There's a picture of me in my barracks, and the entire barracks wall, the entire wall of my barracks is covered in J-Lo posters.
Oh man, what was that movie she did? She was so. This is much later on. Heartbreakers.
Heartbreakers. Yeah,
oh
Heartbreakers.
God, she was
insane. What was her name? Sigourney Weaver, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Come on, man.
How did
You
I
had
get
a thing
too old
for
for
Jennifer
this
Love Hewitt, too.
I didn't have a thing yet.
What?
The Ghost Whisperer.
What? Can't hardly wait, man.
Ryan Gosling, Michael Jackson, Paula Abdul. Man. Those were some crazy times. Crazy times.
I was thinking of the idea of it coming from cicadas. And I was thinking,
Run and down, chisel it out.
That's right.
I was trying to think like that.
Yes. Yes, Guy is absolutely right. Wayne Gretzky also endorsed LA Gears. Yep.
Oh, yo, was that around the shit? What was that show? The superhero show with Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you know, right? Fuck, what was that called? All Stars? I think it was, or something like that.
Maybe.
Can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah,
That
I
was some.
remember that shit.
Oh,
You had like the hockey skates that could also be rollerblades. Oh,
yes.
so cool.
Yes.
You don't know, Bo.
You don't know Bo.
I think it is All Stars actually.
I'm gonna look it up. But it's funny. Like I'm actually now looking at some. I've never had Under Armour shoes before, but I've been looking at picking up the hovers. They look pretty dope.
I had a pair of running shoes from Under Armour, and they were like the light. I mean, this was before like the trainer craze.
Yeah,
They were like the lightest pair of shoes I'd ever owned.
that's what. So these hover 2s are supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be and they have like the whole like app built into the shoe where you can track everything. So
They have the app built into the shoe.
Yeah, man.
Like the little thing is built into the shoe, the
It's
receiver.
like a little sensor or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you remember like the Nike Plus stuff back in the day?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that. Like speaking of, so I remember Nike Freeze. Like I designed a custom pair of Nike ID Nike Freeze. It had my gamer tag on the sole.
Man.
When I used to actually play games, and now I don't even know what the lingo is. And
Now you just fix up gaming systems for your friends.
my thumb hurts when every time I pick up a controller. Like, ow!
I can't play like competitive gaming because all these 12-year-olds are too fucking fast for me. Like
oh, dude, yeah.
I'm like staring down the gun. You know, like, where'd it go?
Right? I can't do it. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't competitive game. I was never really one like that. But aside from Armored Core, because player versus player in a mech fighting game, I love that shit to death, and I can't wait to play against these fools playing this Gundam game, thinking that they're all these shit. I'm gonna crack out my Armored Core skills. I don't have any knuckles to crack right now. I don't work with my hands as much as I used to, so my knuckles don't crack anymore. Thank God. But yeah,
I will Miguel, the Monarchs, yes, the official dad shoe of America, the Nike Monarch. You can buy them at places like Kohl's, a Shoe Carnival.
Gotta be white. Gotta be white with a
gotta be white with like a little gray swoosh. Yeah,
dark blue, navy blue check, huh? Gotta wear your high ankle tube socks with them too. You can't be wearing no shows.
Right, exactly.
I don't ever wear those no shows. Get that shit out of here.
I do.
I will wear socks up to my knees.
But you can do that. Right?
Look,
95 degrees here in South Florida. All right.
Oh, true. No, I did that in St. Martin, down in the Caribbean.
You're lucky if I wear socks.
No, actually, since I've been home so much because of everything, I rarely wear shoes or socks anywhere now. And now I think about it, I'm like, why did I ever injure? I would come home from wearing boots at work all day and wear shoes at home. What's wrong with me?
In South, like that's the thing is 95% of the time I'm not in sneakers. I'm just in flip flops because that's what everyone is around here. Like we don't wear shoes.
Yeah, but Miguel, you will never catch me in those. ever.
Dooley.
Maybe as a joke.
Where are my old homies? Dooley was my drummer in high school. Like,
Dooley
what's
was?
up, Jules? Yeah, James Dooley was my drummer in high school. It was an old friend of mine. Very cool. Righteous.
Dang. Welcome, Dooley.
Very competitively these days, as if
Yeah, Joe Montana. That's
Crash
right.
Brothers.
Joe Montana was. I recall that commercial. The commercials with Joe
Wow.
Montana. He was also endorsing that. That's pretty cool.
now he got bought up by Skechers, right?
Yeah, now he's a sketcher.
True. Man, he says that needs a new Armored Core game, and he said, "Fucking man, I'll settle for a." Well, he said hell, 'cause he's nice, but I said, "Fuck it, man, settle for a remaster of the classics," which is right on the money. Armored Core 1, Armored Core 2, put them together, do it like they did Tony Hawk, make it awesome.
That's the original. That's the only Armored Core I've ever played, and in the arcade. Like I remember where.
Yeah, because
you
one
remember,
was in
like,
the arcade, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in the arcade, and you kind of had the whole contraption that you got in.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, so if you wanted to play two players, like the other person would get in like side of you, and you would do the one round, and then if you lost, you lost. You're like,
Yep. That's it.
where's my construction pop outs again? 'Cause I didn't pay.
Yeah.
I didn't drop coins. So here you go.
He's talking. So what he's talking about is electrical boxes have little metal pop outs when you're trying to hook in the various, conduit or SJ or whatever that BX or whatever the hell it is.
So that's a hot tip for you guys. If there's arcades anywhere that you can go to.
If you're a grimy little kid with brilliant white shoes in Chicago in the 80s.
That's right.
Or in the 90s, I guess it would be late.
In the 90s, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Why did I just picture a sea turtle in Finding Nemo when Brian said righteous? Well, you know how I got the name bro, right?
Bro. Also, Brian, that's my favorite scene in Finding Nemo too. That's
Yeah,
literally
that's
my
my
favorite
guy,
part of the
bruh.
movie.
That's my guy, brah.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Totally.
Righteous.
Was after that skate competition I went to in 2007. It was so cool, bro. You have no idea, bro.
Dude, Squirt is my favorite character of anything ever. His son, Crush's son, Squirt. All right, we're gonna have a great jump today. Does everybody have their jump buddy?
Nice. Very nice. Hendren says he still got the PS2 ones. I do too. I bought a PlayStation 2 and rebought the games after it's been long gone. So before I got hardcore into the whole modeling thing where I spent all my money on that stuff.
Yo, Pab said this guy again. Yes, Pabs, this guy again. It was time for Brown Paul to meet non-Brown Paul.
And they've hit it off smashingly.
We have three things in common. We're probably going to crash the Catalina wine mixer next year.
Hell yeah. 80s Joel, man. I'm in.
Hell yeah. Like Kobayashi. Oh, man. I'm trying to...
You're still working on the bike, right? Just the seat or... Z?
What's that?
You just working on the seat or what are you working on?
I'm working on a seat. Right now I'm not working on... I'm going to actually do some decaling later on the tank and the front cowl. And then I'll probably throw on a top coat first thing in the morning before I start polishing everything. Yeah, and see, look, I even have a picture of this stuff, this squeezable squirt that I picked up and bought one time when I was at Target. I love Squirt. He's the best.
Wow.
My son was obsessed with that movie for a little while.
Of course. He was of the age, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He went through the whole phase. That and Lilo and Stitch he loved, man.
Right. To both get super duper stoked on stuff and to be of the age to be stoked on Nemo or any Lilo or whatever. Any of those things. Bob the Builder or any of that shit. All right. Okay, so it's worked out pretty good. I went through and I did a bunch of detail sanding on these. I did a bunch of fixing on some of the like holidays and the various edges on the hard spots down here on the inside of the leg. No one will really ever see this except for me, but it makes me sleep better at night.
Nice.
Definitely makes me sleep better at night.
What is the polishing process? So Miguel, I have
Michael Dawson, real quick. What's up, Michael Dawson?
Yeah, hey Michael.
Say what up. All right. Yeah, no, carry on.
I have Tamiya like 3-step polishing, like polishes. Coarse, medium, and fine. And then I have MadWorks polishing wheels for the tack life that Bill sent me. So that's how I'm gonna polish it. I'm not gonna start with the coarse since I have a pretty good gloss coat on that I've already wet sanded before I put the second coat on. So once I put the third coat of gloss on, I'm just gonna go ahead and use probably medium or even just fine, the fine compound, at various speeds to just kind of, quickly polish it up, make it shine, and that'll be it. If I was gonna polish like a piece of glass, like on a jet, I would definitely go first. I would start with probably 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500, possibly 2,000.
You need to go to 6 unless there was a scratch, right?
So usually jet canopies have that mold line right down the middle, and you have to sand that hole off, which leaves a lot of scratches, rough scratches all over it, and then you just have to kind of like go do the whole thing.
Respect, straight up.
Yeah. So 6, 8,000, 12, 15, maybe even 2,000. Pab starts at 400, and so I would start with there, and then I would move to the polish. Yeah. The man also primes like 715 layers of primer.
Well, yeah, no, I'm sort of we're the same. We're
Nothing even fits together anymore.
In regards to that, we are definitely in the same mind. What's
Manny,
up, Zach? How you doing?
Yeah, hey Zach. Good afternoon, Manny. I don't have the MadWorks compounds. I have the Tamiya compounds, but I have the MadWorks wheels, which I don't remember where I got them from, but I think I got them from Zach at Galactic Toys. I know Zach sells both. He sells the MadWorks polishing compounds and the wheels. But use them if you're going to use the wheels. Use them with something like a tack life, not a Dremel. The tack life has a good speed, where the Dremel will be too much, and you're probably going to burn through, your glass or your plastic or whatever. So, and I wonder if I can. I probably can't. I've also messed up my back. But yeah, that's my kind of process, and everybody's is different. You just got to make sure you start with an even, rough surface, and then just build up from that. Get that polish and kind of like glossy layer.
In regards to polishing anything, you definitely just want to make sure that you're maintaining consistency. You can't skip steps.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you're incredibly thorough and regular with the things that you're doing. Like if I'm polishing metal or something like that, everything has to be in line, all in that same line. Once this happens, you got to do it over, or you got to take a step back and go again. Just make sure that stuff stays. And that's the hardest part about polishing that stuff. But when you get to higher grits and stuff like that, you don't have to maintain that as much. The regularity, like I use polishing paper, or I use a micron paper up to whatever, 15,000 or something like that. And those are really easy to use, omnidirectional in your hands, because they're flexible and all that stuff to get around everything. But yeah, until you're up there.
Yeah, no, I know, Miguel. Trust me, when I look at something nice and shiny, I'm just like, I'm about to fuck this up to try to bring it back to kind of nicer and shinier. So
do you coat over the top of anything, or you just like clear plastic? I know some people like to use like Future. They say it like something about it gives it like a glass look.
it does work. Future does work on canopies and like automotive glass. But again, Future yellows at some point in its life.
Yeah.
And then plus you have to dip it. Like you can't spray on Future.
Right. Yeah. And you have to find a way to hold it so it dips perfect.
Exactly. Yeah. So you gotta put it on that stick right, and then you gotta put it in there right. And when you're pulling it out, you have to. It's a really finicky process. Like you have to pull it out so where there's very little like drip from that piece itself, and then you gotta find a way to rest it where it's not gonna affect kind of the finish on any part of that canopy or whatnot, right? So it's easier to just kind of start with where you think you need to, 400, 600. And just work your way finer and finer and finer. And that way, you don't have to coat it with anything else after that, because you're essentially, coating. You're essentially polishing your coat, right?
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this thing is so nice, guys.
I think that thing's pretty quiet, all things considered. Like, that's not that loud.
Zach, this thing's fucking amazing. I'm gonna make a whole video where I review this because this is so fucking good. I love this so much.
I would, maybe the yellowing doesn't happen all the time, Hendren. And I know I've complained about Future in the past. Like I've never been able to spray it right. For whatever reason, I just cannot spray Future the right way. But I guess if you did want to use it, you certainly can. Like no one's stopping you. It's thousands and thousands of people, I'm sure, have used it, and it's been around forever in the hobby.
Yeah, there's a whole section of the modeling crew that does it. Like the modeling community that stands by it. So yeah.
But there's nothing wrong. Like, and if you're afraid to gloss coat with an airbrush, or a $6 can of Mr. Hobby gloss, I'm telling you, it's, even though I can airbrush gloss top coats, but for a quick process and kind of like, especially if you're in a rush, Mr. Hobby gloss coat top coat is a fantastic product, and it's very durable. Yeah. It's just wasteful.
I have a huge problem with their spray flat coats. Like if I use a can, it's gonna fog on me. Like it's gonna come out white. I have to use an airbrush to get a flat coat.
Airbrush, yeah, because you gotta get a lot closer. Yeah.
And like a little more control, because once you like one touch of that can, man, and that shit's everywhere.
Oh yeah,
it works great for gloss because it gives you like a nice heavy coat, but for flat, oh, now it's white.
And that's what I've had that happen to me with Alcalad, like gloss coat. It will frost, but then I've noticed once you let it like dry for a day or two, it will clear up.
Yeah, I just sprayed some. I didn't have it frost, but it's weird. You can't touch that shit for like 3 days. Like, don't look at it, don't touch it. It's sticky.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Michael Dawson has a question. Michael, Chris Tab can answer that for you. He's used those Armotomoto pigments before. I think maybe Hendren has.
Tabs is definitely the guy to talk to you about that stuff. Excuse me. And Hendren asked how much this tool is. You're going to have to refer to Zach and the fine folks at Galactic Toys for the pricing on this stuff. I don't even know if they're exactly up on the site yet, but definitely check that out. That's where you can get them. As far as I know, you can't get them.
And Guy, yes, they do. Some of those guys get pretty high, like 30K, 50K. I won't. I think for me, 2000 is pretty damn good. And then I also have like a sponge polisher too, like a stick from Infinity that I will also kind of use just if I don't even want to. If I just want like kind of like a medium shine and I'm in a rush, I will just polish with the Infinity polishing stick, and it usually give me pretty decent results.
Oh, nice.
And Michael, I don't know. Are you trying to mix the pigment inside of a clear coat and spray it?
No, you should dust it on.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Armor Komodo, but you can though. And so I don't have Armor Komodo ones. I have a different brand. They're called Pearl FX, and I have like the whole set of like 40 of them. I got it for like $25. Those you can mix with like Future or a gloss coat or a matte coat or whatever. Like you can literally just mix them in there, and they're non-toxic, and you can spray them with your airbrush. Rather than dusting them on. I've actually found that dusting them on sucks. But if you wanted to do like a color shift, you can mix them in your clear and spray them on. Let me actually grab them. I'll show you guys. So, yeah, these right here.
That's a great question, man. Actually.
So Pearl.
Let's pop it.
Yeah, these little jars are Pearl EX. Well, we did it for Team Awful last year. I certainly think we can do it again. Not necessarily having to stick it with Team Awful. So yeah, I think we can definitely do a Secret Santa. But yes, Michael, if you're trying to mix it into your clear, I would suggest getting something like this. So again, these are from Pearl EX, I think. And they come in like sets of 10, 12, or like the whole complete set.
Oh, cool.
But, so like, you can see like it's just mica. I think it's mostly mica. And like this is purple and pink color shift, and like I've got like 30 of this is graphite. Like I've got like 30 of these. If you want to try it and you don't want to try to, I don't know what the toxicity of the Armor Komodo stuff is. I think Pabs can again answer that. But if you want to try these, let me know. I can probably send you some, and I'll send you a picture of all the pigments that I have. These are definitely safe to mix with your clear coat and spray on as you like.
This is so nice.
The line center. Let's see here. I know Hobby Search had one.
Yeah, Manny said that these are, I think they're retailing for 100.
Okay.
This tool.
Sander?
I would say that this is worth every penny. It's actually worth more than every one of those pennies, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
What is maybe I don't know. I don't know what GoJ is. So Michael says I'm looking to use GoJ with gloss clear to go with the stencil.
It must just be
typo, maybe.
Well, potentially, yeah, or it's a specific type of paint, or like an anagram for the name of the.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know if anagram is the right word to use. I don't know.
Like, check that out. So this one is, you can see the pink and blue in there. Like, you see that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like there it is. Like and they're pretty fine. You can. I think this one is gold something. Some of these I don't even think I've opened up still. Yeah, like this one's still sealed. See, I have so many of them. But yeah, these things are cool. They were only and they're super cheap. It was like $20 or $30 for the entire set, and you can mix them with whatever you like.
Interesting. It's almost like is it kind of like a mix-all sort of thing where that's like that mix-all is just like a pigment that you can mix with concrete or glue or whatever to give it color.
Right, exactly. Like I think so. So like this one is interference. Like I've seen it used where people just rub it onto arts and crafts. Like like spray on glue and then you just dust it on to give you that color or whatever. But then I've also used like scale modelers. And that's when I picked it up. Like I was watching a lot of videos like a few years back of guys building cars and they wanted to do custom pearl like paint effects, on the cars, and they would just mix a little, and a little goes a long way. Like you just mix like a tiny like little pinky nails worth into your clear coat, mix it up real good, and you've got that color shift kind of effect and whatnot from your clear rather than your paint.
Gojo is a gold, green, blue color shift from Armored Komodo or Goj. I don't.
Gold, green.
Yeah, Gojo is a hand cleaning.
Yeah. Don't do me a favor. Don't put that in your clear coat.
Don't put that in your clear coat. Exactly. The gold, green, blue color shift. So Michael, just hit me up on my IG or whatnot, and we can look through. I'm sure I have like a gold, green, and a green, blue color shift. Like you can probably mix both of those together and play around with it, and I can send them to you. And again, if not, hit me up anyway. But there's also, I've talked about this before, but with Star Trek models, these guys use these clear color shift paints to get all the Aztecing on the hulls, and those are taxidermy paints. And they're fairly cheap. You can get like a 4-ounce bottle for like I think like $6 to $8.
Is taxidermy, is that like a branding or are they
for actual like taxidermy? Like taxidermy and like and like painting lures and shit. Yeah, so like those are like some great color shift paints, and actually let me see if I can show you some examples of these guys painting. So I'm in a bunch of Star Trek modelers group. So some of these guys do some insane work with the color shift stuff.
Let's get
Go Jay, Manny. Go Jay.
Never mind, the Artemis 5 is even pricier. I'm telling you. I've used these style of tool for a while. I've used a lot of rotary tools and a lot of all different makes and types and Fordhams and crazy ones made by Mitsubishi and like wild shit. I know pretty decent tool when I see one. This is pretty good, not gonna lie. Some of the rotaries or some of the inlines that I've used are atrocious and just like painful to fucking use. I like this a lot.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, if you Zach did get a huge restock of kits and parts and paints. So check out the website, and he has some campaign builder parts like Gatling guns, I believe, that if you place an order of over $50, you get one.
Oh, cool.
So if you guys are doing the critical builds, critical builds, Vercor build off, might be a weapons option for you guys for your core Gundams. So go check out Galactic Toys and see if you guys want to place some orders and get those Gatlings.
This tool is next level.
Sounds like if you buy the tool.
Yeah, if you buy the tool.
So it's got this like little point rasp, right? And it just like runs like a tattoo machine, right? is so nice. You get like right in on the finest edge of an inside corner. That's oh man, it's so good. And they don't have to worry about like overfiling or like rounding something off with a sanding sponge or a piece of sandpaper because they got the precision of a fine tool. This is fucking dope.
So you don't like it? Is what you're saying? Not a fan?
Shut up. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So I'm like, I've got these ankles, right? And inside there is detail that needs to be cleaned up. I can't get in there with my by hand. I went in there with a chisel in it. I made it look better. We'll call it better. I'm gonna go in there and make it look amazing. This is the shit. I'm a happy me right now.
I'm trying to. Is it this one?
Oh, this is what I wanted to do.
Oh,
Dun, da, 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 da.
Oh,
Da, 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 da,
yeah.
da, 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 da.
Jim.
Oh, can I not hum that?
Listen here. Top
Da,
top
da,
Z.
da. Yes,
Z Frick. Or are you Iceman?
Iceman.
Like whatever the muscle is up here, it's like
Or are you Goose?
I'm Maverick. I'm Maverick. Always gonna be Maverick. I
I
guess.
thought you were Batman.
I'm Batman. Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. No, nobody cared who I was, so I put on a mask.
Now listen, that's Bane.
Nobody cared who I was, so I put on the mask. Was that actually Bane's line?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. And he was born in the dark.
Yeah. I was born of that. Bum, bum, bum.
Literally adopted them.
Trying to find a really good example of this ass tacking that has been done. So check this out. Like you see that?
Oh, that's super cool.
Like
Oh, let me show you.
so, like that's the ass tacking they do on the hulls of all these Star Trek ships, and
Oh,
that's
gorgeous.
done. Yes, and I know it's like bad phone picture quality, but that's 3 different
Whatever.
colors, and it's all like clear. So you
Right.
only see it at certain angles, but that's all like taxidermy paint, and it works out like fantastic. I think there's more. Like you see, there's another example here. Like so,
Right. Yeah, it really
Yeah.
helps to pull scale in, and it gives
Exactly.
it that texture of the
Yep.
multi-panels, but it also like relays the actual way it would look if it was a big piece of something and you saw it from a distance. It would look as one color. And as you get up, you see the subtle things. You're not going to see every panel line done in high contrast black. No, it's going to be super subtle, especially at that scale. Which one is this? Is this 2? Is this Enterprise 2 or what is this? Which Enterprise
so
is
this
that?
is the NC-1701 refit, I believe.
Okay, so that's like the original.
The original,
Enterprise.
yeah. So that's correct.
Okay, so that's actually fairly small in regards to an Enterprise class ship. I believe that they're still larger than a regular Star Destroyer. Maybe. I watched a whole thing on earlier today on the scaling of ships and stuff like that.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. So this one, like the pattern and the ass tacking wise, you can get the decal, it's like the masking decals in scale of whichever scale you're building.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
There's the masking. It's super tedious work, but yeah. So these guys all use this, paint that is usually used for taxidermy, and the results are absolutely so. Like you look at this, like some of these guys work. Like you see that, like you see the slight color shifts in the blue and the gold and whatnot. So Michael, that's maybe look into that if you're not trying to kind of waste your expensive armor Komodo pigments. And again, like I said, just hit me up and I can kind of guide you to it if need be.
Open up that dialogue.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just have
Got
to,
all the taxidermy spots.
all of them. And that's what I'm kind of. This is the only part of my Star Trek build that I'm like scared of. I'm like, oh, here's a great example. Like this is a little video actually. So look, you see that? Like, watch. I'm like,
Oh wow.
yeah. So that's essentially, yeah. So that's, it's super neat, and I'm not looking forward to doing it when I get to this stage of my 1-3
It's
my
only
build.
bad the first time. After you do it the first time, you'll be fine.
It's the labor, the hours of labor that I'm not looking forward to, because you literally have to remask. No, yeah, you love that shit. Me,
I
like
love that shit.
you are,
Or I do a pretty good job of it.
you do
There's
a
a
great job of it. I mean, I'm sure
There's a difference there. Ain't nobody loves doing that.
You're like you're like,
I hate masking. You
No.
mask for like 9 hours and then you paint for 15 minutes.
right?
Then you do it again. No.
Yeah, but you guys are like the dude from Hurt Locker. You guys are just like, yep, you want to get back in the shit as soon as you can, no matter how much it sucks.
Man.
For me, I'm like the guy Bill Gates talks about. Like, don't hire the smartest guy, hire the laziest guy.
Laziest guy, yep.
The laziest guy will figure out a way to get that shit done quickly.
Oh, right, exactly. No, that's true. Excuse me. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, exactly. One of these days, I will be able to do that effect on one of my 15 Star Trek ships.
I got faith. I'm sorry. Now I'm just like trying to go overboard. Like, oh shit, I can get in all these places? What can I do?
Well, yeah, what can you do?
I can fix all these areas that I overfiled because I was highly inaccurate and just like trying to do this as best I could. Oh, I certainly can. Oh, and it's so nice.
Okay.
Oh man, if I had this when I did the wings, I did all of that with my charging Dremel and a ball end mill. Holy manoli, that was horrible.
You talking about the Zaku wing?
Yeah, the Zaku wings. I spent like 16 hours dremeling and detailing out because it was like anyway. Oh, Litter Bill. Well, thanks for stopping in, man. We do appreciate you coming around always.
Yeah,
I was talking about the those dope ass Hero Forge figgies that you were working up and doing things, man. So nice. They're awesome, man. Gotta say, thanks for stopping by, Bill. Pabs is deep. He's up to his shoulders in Monster Hunter World right now, crying because he can't fight no dragons. He's just a little Pabs.
Why?
What? Get the man of the Tolf. Yikes. Don't talk to Pabs about the Tolfs.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah,
I like him.
Look at Turbo Dork. Look at these. Even testors. I've had good results with testors. Not testors, model masters. But
right.
unfortunately, they only make 2 colors. They make a blue or a purple shift, and they make a blue shift, and that's it. but they're called interference purple and interference blue. But I bet you that Turbo Door probably has some. But again, you're probably looking for clear. So your best bet is looking at something like this, because I don't think if you rub on Armor Komodo, it's gonna be opaque, right? And or if that's what I'm looking for. But this mixed into a clear might be your way to go.
Oh, they're talking about Monster Hunter now. How does it always go back to that, right, Z?
Yeah, and they still won't get me a plush. You know,
So you just want the plushie. That's all you want.
just want the
Thing.
plush.
Super simple. It's so simple, right? Just the
Yeah.
plushie. You just want the plushie.
Get me the plush.
I
By
don't
the
want
way,
the plushie. You just want
guys, you guys is have you guys seen? Was Ty here at all today? Ty Furious was.
I don't think I saw Ty Furious here
No.
yet to see.
But did you guys see this?
See what?
His fiance, like yesterday, right? We were talking about Poochie. Hey,
Yeah.
what up, Gio?
Oh yeah.
And within 3
Oh,
hours,
what the fuck, Gio? What's up, man?
oh, there he is. He just got here. So his fiance within 3 hours made this thing
That is absolutely
crazy.
amazing.
for lowercase z. She made that for him.
I don't like crocheted.
Yeah, she crocheted that.
Holy shit.
And right now she is making a Yoshi as well to go with him, with his initial on it for my lowercase z little man.
Aw.
So thank you again, Kathy. Yeah, this is like, it was just like I showed him the picture. He doesn't know he's getting it. I just showed him a picture. I'm like, hey, look at this Poochie my friend made, and he was like, wow, that's awesome. Like, is it mine? I was like, no, it's not yours. So when he gets it, he's just gonna lose his mind. When he gets it.
That's awesome.
So thank you again, guys. I love it. Yeah, to Richard, Kathy, thank you guys. It's badass.
Yep. That is the shit right there. Oh, here, I'll pick up this one. Sorry. I'm like knee deep in my tooling over here.
Brushing your teeth.
Pads, answer the man's question. Michael Dawson. He just wants to know, can he throw the Armored Komodo stuff into the clear gloss?
All
I'm
you wanted
gonna-
was
I'm going to say yes, Michael, because I'm pretty sure it's fine enough.
Oh, what? No, I did not do what I just did I?
Pap says no.
Oh, there you go. Almost get that in there.
Is it flaky? Is Armored Komodo like flaky and not like fine as a dust?
Oh no, that is some motherfucking motor skills right there. Using tools as they weren't intended for awesome fucking results.
If anybody has Armored Komodo and they would like for me to try mixing it with the clear and spraying it, send it my way.
Nice. Looking it out. How's it going over there, Paul?
Good, man. You remember these top of these shoulders were like really
Yes.
not fitting
Finicky.
very well. Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah.
Perfect, but the other one.
Yeah, I had to go
Figure out
through
what
and
it's fitting.
modify mine quite a bit before I glued them onto to the model.
Something's just hitting. It doesn't want to fit nice.
Brian, you have a question.
This is most of the model. Yeah, I got answers. What's up? Is that thing making quick work of sanding? Yes, it is making quick work of sanding. Oh my god, it's so nice. I've said it so many times. Just go back and watch the stream again. Yeah, it's incredibly nice. I'm gonna make a whole review video where I talk about it and its wonderfulness. So it'll be out there. Trust me, the thing is fucking sick. But yeah, so these guys, right, Paul? The tops of these shoulders.
Yeah, like the above the like the trap area, I guess it would be.
Yeah, that's mine still. I got to be careful because parts of this are heavy and none of it is glued together. It's all literally just like snap fit. So mine are a little loose on the back and a little uneven. So I'm gonna have to either go in and do some modifications, or something along those lines. No, I'm probably going to change that backpack up a little bit because it's little.
Super simple.
And yeah, I don't like how it's not cool. I want it to be crazy. Dang it. This front skirt, or the front waist part. Oh, I'm missing the pegs. That's why.
Only 15 left, guys. There's only 15 left in stock
Of what?
of those tools. Zach only ordered 20.
The one that I have, the David 400.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
he's good. I better
Get to it.
make my thing. I have put it down. I put it down to pick up this Dom.
Yeah, guys, like there's a lot of, so there's like some new Dragon Ball Funko Pops. You got some Gundam stuff. You got all this Magwork stuff that's in stock right now.
Oh, is that at Galactic?
At Galactic Toys, D&D supplies.
Nice.
You know, there's and correction. Those Gatling guns are only for $50 spent on Bandai stuff, so you'll get that.
Okay. Cool.
Not just anything. But yeah, so
Right.
get some more.
Well, if you're gonna buy a sander, you need to buy something to sand. So you gotta
Exactly.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Right, let's go switch it back to
Miguel, it's as we speak, it's about an arm's length from me, the Hanu. So I was actually thinking, Miguel, I'm glad you brought that up and you caught me. I was actually thinking about like secretly, like starting it and not telling anybody and just like starting to put some work on it slowly, like maybe 15 minutes a week or some shit like that. And then when you and I start building that together, I'll be like way ahead of you and look like super cool. So
I think that you defeated the purpose.
I totally did. Because I feel like I got caught right there. Miguel was like, yo, when you want to start this shit, bro?
I mean, you're someone honest about it?
I'm an honest con man. No.
I'm a honest con man.
Yeah, I'm like the, like, you know, what's his name? Our boy Nick Cage and Matchstick Man.
I was gonna be like Lionel Hutz. He's just bad.
That was a great Matchstick Man was a great movie though. I feel like that was like one of his best works. But his best film, best ever, Hitman. Right? What was the comic book? With the kid? Was it Hitman?
No. Oh no. Shoot. What was it called? Kick-Ass. Yeah.
Kick-Ass.
Oh, right.
Kick-Ass. Nicolas Cage, Kick-Ass is best Nicolas Cage.
I don't know, man. Face Off was pretty good.
Face Off was good for yeah. It was really good. I you know.
Especially when he was high.
Oh man. But like, you know, copycat Batman when he was dying.
Oh, I bet I could use this as iridescent powder. This is Luke's Luxury Baking Powder. It's called.
Wow.
It is a makeup thing from
yeah, Miguel, no rush. I mean, whenever you want to start it, let me know.
what is this shit? Oh no, this is just powder. This is just like super fine powder. Oh, that'd be great for getting things to stop tacking. Oh, nice. Because it disappears into nothing.
Hey, is Pab still in the audience? Maybe Pabs. So Miguel, I have the Bandai kit for the new and or the high new, whichever one it is. But I also have the Daban kit, and I've got the Daban kit already built up. So if I can use that one, we can figure out something for the Bandai one for your build. You know, so I have that kit. So Pabs, I don't know, are they basically the same? Are they different when it comes to Daban versus Bandai? As far as I know, the materials are cheaper, but as far as the kit itself, do you think the Yujiao land kit will work with the Daban one?
That is a tough one, man.
It's I feel because I kind of want to keep it as a 100% made in China.
Nice. Got a theme for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like this is the YJL upgrade on the Chinese Daban. The China. I called it the China build.
Join.
The China. Well, I know they copy it, Julio, but have you?
Oh, it's so nice.
Do you know if the Daban kit will work with my Yujialand resin upgrade or dress up kit?
From China.
Yeah, Paps. Ronan is asking. The Chinese, there's going to be a Chinese freedom, a 1-to-1 Chinese freedom.
Sexy Z is trying to find something else.
Oh, dude, what is Sexy Z up to?
I'm talking about you.
Oh yeah, that's the original. I'm the original me.
China.
That's kind of why I changed my name to Brown Paul, because some other Sexy Z showed up, and I was like, "Oh, I can't be two of those." But if I could be a Brown Paul,
There's not a lot of those.
there's not a lot of those. Yeah, probably none actually.
I don't know any.
Yeah.
Well, I would say one.
There's definitely one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
You said yes, but don't. Well, that clears it up, guys.
So I've like had these little weird detail areas where I had to, not really detail, just an area where I had to like go back and fill in underneath another thing that I added on, and so I just like packed a bunch of epoxy putty in there and I sanded it out as best as I could.
Hey, Michael, I believe Zach is getting some. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so Zach's gonna be getting some, and may have a few extra.
Oh,
Having issues with shipping.
always.
Yeah. The way of the world right now, right?
It's the American way. All right. That. Oh my God, that's so nice. Wait, let's see the other one.
Oh yeah. Everybody's having issues with shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Oh wait, actually, this one looks fine. That's fine.
Everybody.
And it's crazy expensive right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not shipping anything to anybody. As much as Jay wants that PG.
Right. As much as I might want my PlayStation.
I paid a stupid amount of money for that RAS 30, the GPO 3, to ship that from China. Fuck.
Boy, you sure did get right to work on that, didn't you?
Oh man.
Paul and I often recount our
because even though I told him
Poor spending habits.
spending tendencies and collections of nonsense.
Well, kits like that, though, sometimes you like if you don't buy it when it comes out, that's it.
Yeah, I
Kinda
know
like
that I'm.
Mechanicore style. Like,
I know that I'm not going to get it. I want the perfect Xeon. That's like my grail. I'll never get it.
what is the perfect Xeon?
That's the Xeon, the Ziegler.
Ziegler,
from-
yeah,
Oh, that thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like $800 now.
Yeah, I'm never going to see that, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. It's all right to be disappointed with life. You have to be disappointed by things, or you'll never strive for greatness.
I know. I want that Batman costume.
Dude, I hear you. I can't make that for you in the time frame or the budget.
I'm just gonna have to order it from that guy.
Yep, I'm not sugarcoating shit. Ain't gonna happen.
Blue Dual resin kit, if anyone knows where one might be.
What?
Brian, is that the one you got? The resin for the
Which one?
dual?
Yeah.
On a conversion, I guess like an upgrade kit.
Yeah, the one that we have. A lot of us got it actually.
Oh,
Right?
what is that?
That's my neighborhood.
That was a car outside?
No, that was a motorcycle.
Oh,
Sometimes it's cars. That time was a motorcycle. At least there was only one this time, not 14.
that's
So-
crazy.
Yeah, they get packs. They pack up in the summer. It's almost done for that season. Oh, here we go. We got a question.
Question.
So I've been thinking of a design for the unicorn faceplate on my PG and was thinking that on skull like detail added on. Thoughts? It's definitely if it's gonna go with any kit, it's gonna go with that kit. There's a lot of white, there's a lot of kind of skeletal bone-like structure there. So I would say if that's what you're looking to do, go for it. It is going to work if you're still kind of keeping the white, there. But then again, man, it's also your build. So if you want to put it there, put it there.
So this is what you're talking about. The model bingo
Model bingo. That's the brand.
duel. You've got one, I think, right? Isn't it or do you have one, Z, or does Pab at Pabs, or
Is that the Barbatos?
no? It's for the duel.
The duel.
Oh, the duel. Yes, Pab still has mine.
Yeah, Pabs still has your
Yeah.
rezo. So yeah, the model bingo.
Duel.
Yeah, that's
We
I
got
have
these.
yet
Where
to
we
start
get these from?
any-
Somewhere over in China, right?
in the land of China, where they
Yeah,
hardly have any possessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julio and I, Julio and I got
We
ours.
got one. So stay tuned, guys. Whenever we finish the Four Horsemen build off,
Once Pab starts working on his resin,
yeah,
his resin Zaku Warrior,
exactly.
then I'll go back to working on mine.
We will do a dual build off.
That will also take 19 months.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What is the G3 color scheme, guys? Is that like Titan?
G3 is like the purple. It's the Granddaddy Gundam in that purple and gray color.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Okay.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah,
That scheme.
I agree. I think that's a good look, especially on the Granddad. I think much nicer than that
So-
blue, red, yellow.
So do you guys think that skull details will look good on the face of a G3 colored PG unicorn?
I don't know. It depends on how it's done, honestly.
Are you looking
Because
to like add surface detail, or are you just going to paint it in skull?
What was Michael's question? So let me go back to see what he said. I think maybe he wanted to.
So the unicorn itself won't be white. Yeah, so he's doing the G3, but it will be the design for the unicorn faceplate making on his PG was thinking of doing a skull like detail added on. So do you mean like a surface detail, or are you talking about a mask and painting? So would it be more like Army of Two,
I was gonna say,
or
if you're
one of
thinking
those,
of painting it, you could probably grab like a Gundam marker and draw on it and see what it would come out like. But surface detail probably do a little well.
Surface detail. Yeah. So surface detail.
surface detail.
yeah.
Interesting. It depends on how you execute it, really. How are you going to do that? Do you want to try and just like, are you just going to try and slap some crossbones on there? Do you have like another toy or fig or something like that you're going to snag the skull from? Because what are you going to do? I have done some skull detail work on model kit of size. The Four Horsemen build off. I did that sculpt that on the shoulder. And I've done some like micro carving, these little 1 to 20 sons of guns that I carved out. So to get a realistic looking something that doesn't look bad is not going to be super easy unless you're cobbling something together from other things, which is totally doable. You can absolutely do that. Find something that fits appropriately, whether it comes from anything. It could come from Tyco toys, it come Playmates, probably not Playmates toys. They don't do that kind of stuff. They're too chill. But you know what I'm saying? Like they used to make Ninja Turtles back when I was a young guy, right? Playmates made the Ninja Turtle line. It wasn't like Konami or Hasbro or Mattel or any of those. It was Playmates toys, which sounds weird, but makes me think Hugh Hefner's behind it. But so it says I'm planning on carving what I need out via plastic sheet. Okay, so yeah, you could potentially do that, but you have to be careful because it ain't going to be easy, and you don't want to wreck it. So
yeah, definitely don't want to wreck it.
I mean, don't glue anything to it. If you make something that you can apply to it, what I like to use is the double-sided mounting tape that artist framers use. So I worked in a frame shop for a while in my earlier years, and I have this tape that basically disappears. It's a 2-sided tape, and all it is sticky, literally. So it's a backer with double-sided stick on it, and you can put it down on something and then peel the backing off of it, and then it just leaves it like sticky. And I use that for mounting certain things when I'm doing my mock-ups. So like I'll put that double stick tape. I have it on some of the Sentinel, just like hold things onto plastic when it doesn't matter. So if you can build something that you can just stick to it, and then you can take it off, and it's not like a residue that is harder to clean off than with alcohol or anything along those lines, then you don't have to worry about gluing to it, and you can make changes and work back and forth to get the desired result. I really just don't want you to have an undesirable result in the end.
Right. Yep. Guy, what are you looking for that you're not having luck with?
Cool.
I have 1/4 millimeter thin strips of plastic I can practice on. Yeah, do that.
I would think of it as in my mind, it's an assembly or a buildup where you like stack multiple parts to make a form that's kind of a geometric skull thing. I don't know what you're going for exactly, so I'm just like spitballing right now. So don't take salt, healthy dose of salt, big old swig of soy. Just get a little bit of take that salt with this. So,
the blue dual kit, yeah, that thing was so. Guy, I have another one. It's not the same one as the one that we have. It's the one from Topless.
Yes, right.
Look at that one. If you want that one, it's either gonna be given away or sold.
Yeah, it's coming up, right?
Yeah. So let me know if you wanna talk about that one, bro. Yeah, but Michael, I would say make a couple of drawings, see what it looks like, and I agree with Julio. I think that the V fin is what might kill the look when it's open. When it's closed, not so much, because if you're looking at head on, it's kind of kind of disappears. But when it's open, it might kill that skull kind of look that you might. Again, like Brian said, I don't know what exactly you're going for, but draw it out. Even whether you're good or bad at drawing, just
draw
sketch
it
it out
100 times. Yeah, get some tracing paper if you don't have it, or some like lightweight paper. Draw it out, like sketch it out, and then draw the outline dark, and then go over it again with another. Put a piece of paper on top of it, and then redraw that again in a different way, slightly different. Augment it, change it up. Like keep redoing it, and that's the way that I've always like worked with my stuff when I'm trying to work out things. I don't have them with me, but I have like so many countless drawings and redrawings, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 redraws, redesigns, just to try and work out. And it might just be you photocopy something, and then I used to draw on it with oil sticks and stuff like that, like opaque white oil stick and opaque black, opaque red, and things like that. Get a color photocopy of a big one and paint out the ass in college to get this stuff done when I'm in art school.
Yeah.
Do that and then redraw over that and scribble like, I don't like this, I'll scribble the shit out of this and like redraw it in a different way, like that kind of thing. Like you don't have to go that extreme route, but like just like keep working through it. The more you draw something like Zise drew that shoe, every angle, everything. He knows that shit inside and out. So like that is going to help you in the long run to understand. I did that
what
with
a lot of people don't know is between the two windows of the Jordan 6s, there's a little Jumpman logo there on the bottom of the two windows, and it's actually a little pocket. You can pop open that little snap button, and there's a little pocket in there. You can put your weed in there.
Secret spot.
Awesome.
I don't know if Michael Jordan ever did weed. He says he didn't, but you can,
that the shoe designers might have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, Tinker Hatfield. No, I don't. Well, maybe that man is a legend. So, if you guys don't know who designed the Jordans, it's Tinker Hatfield, and I actually have a watch designed by him.
They did a great documentary, or I don't know how it was. For 30 on him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was really cool.
I don't know if it was a 30. It could have been a 30 for 30, but they did one on him. I think when they were releasing like the 23 Jordan, I think that's when they did it. But it was a really cool documentary.
You know what? The 30 for 30 might have been on the guy who signed Jordan to Nike.
Yeah,
he signed like every basketball player who was on Nike. Like he started and he got Jordan. Like before that, no one, like Nike was nobody. They never had anyone cool. Yeah. And he signed Jordan and then signed everybody after him.
Yep.
And he left like not too long ago. And I think he went to Adidas.
Yeah.
When Adidas started taking off, and
yeah, you're right.
Waves again.
Because I know I think the whole Yeezy thing was him.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So Michael was originally going to go with Adidas, I think. And then he went with Nike instead. Also, another great 30 for 30, if you guys are into any kind of sports at all, is the Michael Jordan 30 for 30 about his baseball career.
Yeah.
It's that one. And for anyone who claims Michael Jordan sucked at baseball, you watch that 30 for 30, and then you can sit there and just kind of imagine if Mike didn't come back to basketball, you can just imagine where Mike would be in baseball right now. And it would be on the top of the fucking world. Like, people saw him play in that first season and the only season in spring training. And they said he sucked. But if you look at numbers, like the man was improving like just gangbusters. Like the dude was just getting better and better.
One of his coaches when he was with the Barons was Terry Francona, the manager of the Red Sox when they won all those championships in like the 2000s. And he said that if he would have had, I can't remember the exact number, but like if he would have had like 5,000 more at bats or something like that, he would have been amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm kind of, as much as I love the Bulls and Chicago basketball and Jordan, I kind of would have loved to have seen just MJ as a baseball star, like after the basketball shit, right? It would have been awesome.
I loved the. Did you watch the more recent one, the 10-part series?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, in Chicago, dude, it was like a ritual. The city was the 10 nights that the city did not burn. The 10 nights the show was on.
Every Sunday night, everyone be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was amazing. I think that was an amazing documentary, and it actually kind of created, rather than so the people who love Jordan and will always love Jordan found more reasons to love Jordan. The
Jordan's
people who right, but the people who didn't know Jordan and were at least younger or never really watched him play except for when they were like 4 or 5, like when he was, found reasons not to like Jordan. You know, it was pretty polarizing after the fact.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were like, "Yo, this guy is an asshole," like everybody says, and you know, oh wow, LeBron is better, and you know, he's a true leader and a teammate, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, listen, dude, you know, you're also the same generation who says, "Well, I stepped on the field, give me a trophy," you know. So of course, you think he's an asshole for bitching at every single one of his teammates for trying to be the best they can be.
I don't remember any of them complaining when they were holding up rings at the end of the year.
Right?
I certainly don't remember any of them complaining when they were getting contracts because they were winning.
Yeah, except for Pippen. Pippen
Well, yeah. He was also probably the only one that would have been successful without Michael, though, too.
True. Exactly.
Stockton was pretty good, but he's just a skinny little white guy.
Well, Stockton was amazing. Like, you know, the number one most hated phrase to a Bulls fan was Stockton to Malone to Stockton. Like throughout that entire career and watching the Bulls in their heyday, when they played the Jazz, all you heard was Malone to Stockton, Malone to Stockton. You hated him. You hated Malone already because Malone was Malone, but you hated Stockton for just draining threes like with his eyes closed, still in bed. You know, like yeah, that's why we hated Reggie Miller. Like
Paint the ceiling, yo. Paint the
dude,
ceiling.
I mean, that's another great 30 for 30. Miller time. If you guys are into basketball, the 30 for 30 and Reggie Miller, and especially that one game where I think it was like 5 seconds and he scored like 18 points. Just like 3, give me the ball, 3, give me the ball, 3. Like it's called Miller time. Watch that 30 for 30 and you will have some newfound respect for Reggie Miller.
I can watch any of those just because I feel like they always find some really interesting way. Like, even if I'm not really interested in what the topic is, and like, I remember watching the one about the Islanders, like how that guy bought the Islanders for no money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't even know this story. This is amazing.
Yeah, there's so many great stories. Like the one about the Dodgers, from when they moved from New York to LA, like that's a great 30 for 30 as well. I mean, they're all so good.
They were the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Both University of Miami ones, amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or
Catholics versus convicts.
So to give you an idea, I'm using the visor for the War Master helmet from Halo 4 5. Okay.
The one on Randy Moss. That was a good one.
Yeah. The one on Randy Moss. The one on the Fab Five from Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one on Pablo Escobar's soccer team was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the time fucking, drug dealer, the most famous drug dealer in the world. I also have some Michael Jordan, Richard. I have some Michael Jordan baseball cards. It was really cool, like, to have that, and I'm sure it's worth, pretty good chunk of money right now. if you look it up. Yeah, the Randy Moss one was absolutely hilarious.
The one with Ayrton Senna, the Brazilian Formula One driver, was really cool.
I don't know if I saw that one.
He was like amazingly good and died pretty tragically. Interesting story there.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, those are one of those things of like, nothing else on TV. I'll just watch whatever they got on. Oh shit, cool story. Brian, it sounds like you're getting your teeth cleaned, man.
I'm gonna clean your teeth, buddy.
He's having so much fun with that thing.
Never hand sanding again.
No, I will. It's a fact of life you have to face.
Pabs has been trying to kill a dragon. 40 tries so far, 0 kills. The SMU football program one, yeah, I recall that one. The one that I really liked too was the one they did when they showed how many athletes are broke after they like leave the sport. And you learn to realize like these guys, how bad these guys act. First of all, how shitty a lot of these guys' contracts are.
Yeah.
Considering, and then 2, like how easily these guys spend all that money because no one's there to tell them how to invest that money and shit. And I remember like it kind of started out with like where it was like if you have a contract of like if you're starting out in the sport and you have a $10 million contract, by the time everything is said and done and you only played for a year, but by the end of the year you would have like I don't know, like 10 grand left. So you think like, wow, what the fuck? Like,
especially like football where your contracts are not really guaranteed other than your sign-in bonus money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube won't let you. Exactly.
So,
yeah, Morty's Claret. Or
oh wait, yeah. Yeah, YouTube won't let you link stuff in chat. The only person that can link stuff in chat, I think, is me and my mods on actual YouTube.
I mean, just look at what's going on with Delonte West right now.
Dude, that was crazy. I had no idea that guy was homeless.
Right? And like there's all these videos. And the craziest part about it is all these people know who he is. They see him on the streets and they're just like, haha, look at this loser. Look at Delonte West begging and on the street. And they're just like sending these little snaps and TikToks. And it's like, yo, you do know this guy's family's been looking for him, right? That's pretty crazy shit. As a matter of fact, like if you guys, there's actually another. If you on Netflix, it was around. I don't know if it's still around, but it's either called Skid Row or it's called City of Angels. It's a documentary about Skid Row. And in this documentary, it actually shows like kind of like follows the lives of a few people living on Skid Row, and a number of them are famous athletes, like Olympic gold medalist athletes that are drug addicts and homeless and mentally unstable, and they're living on the streets of LA. It's pretty wild. It's a pretty wild documentary. Very eye-opening on what's going on. With how bad it really is. Just the homeless situation in general.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh man, this thing is the nicest, guys.
Good thing I'm not building anything. But that's all the time we have today, guys.
It's true. We are on super late right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost midnight. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, we're 2:30. Normally we only run the show for about 2 hours. So I've been
Right.
playing with my tool, all distracted by the great conversation we've been having this evening.
That's
We'll do a little regular round robin. Everybody can say hey, hi, hidey ho. Tell the people where they can find you on this fine internet statistic world that I don't know how to talk right now. Paul.
yeah. Gunpla Paul on Instagram, here on YouTube. That's pretty much it. I don't do Facebook because I don't argue with people.
Straight up.
A couple of comments before we get to the sign off. But yes, yeah, Ty, totally. Reggie Williams, you think of too, right? But I am Brown Gunpla Paul, and you can find me in other places as well. I also go by Gunpla Ronin, aka Gunpla Simp. I'll catch you guys crashing somebody else's stream.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping in, Z. Do appreciate it. And I am Brian. Excuse me, burp. Sorry. Perfect timing. I am Brian the Bro Builder. You're on the KotoKai Robo-Dojo. We're here Tuesdays and Thursdays doing the thing. Madcap all the time. Mechanism is next Friday. Maybe we'll have a host. Brown Paul Rices might be hosting it. Who knows? We'll find out. And build some cool stuff. Talk to me about cool stuff. Talk to these guys about cool stuff. If you have questions about any of the things that we've talked about this evening, any of the procedures that we've been working on, or the models that we're doing. So you just dabbed twice. I don't know what's going on.
Miguel Dab in the chat.
There. So is that elbow cough? And yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate you guys all very much, especially you guys and all of you out there. So thanks.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.